Madness global viewing public. It's time for another action-packed, award-winning, epic episode of Monday Madness. I'm Scott Gunn, coming to you live from the Executive Directory of Forward Movement in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm here with Tim Skank, who's also coming to you live from the historic rectory of St. John the Evangelist Episcopal Church in Hingham, Massachusetts, the Bay State. Hello, Tim.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Scott. It is great to see you. We are getting close to the start of Lent Madness 2021. It all kicks off on Ash Thursday or Ashless Thursday, depending on how you're marking it this year, February 18th.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And there's buzz all around about the impending start of Lent Madness. There was some distraction of some kind of a sports ball, something or other yesterday, but I don't really even know what that was. Just a distraction from Lent Madness. But I noticed on Twitter, because I asked for them, people were asking questions of us. And we love to answer viewer questions.
We do, and we don't simply throw that out there when we are desperate and have nothing else to talk about on Monday Madness. So rest assured. But before we get into a couple of questions, I think one of the questions that is pressing out there is, can you play Lent Madness for free?
Yes.
And do you have an answer to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Lent Madness is totally free. There's no reason to pay for it if you don't want to. And to do so, you just simply go to the Lent Madness website.
Yeah. I recall the only thing that I really remember about it is that there are 2 dots.
Yeah. Let me see what the letters are. Oh, I've got it written down here. Oh, yes. Here it is. It's www.lentmadness.org.
Excellent. Now, so if you wanted to do this for free, you would simply go there on the weekdays during Lent, read about a couple saints, and vote, right? And is there a place to see who's in the bracket this year, the 32 saints, for free? Can you do that?
Yeah, interestingly enough, you would learn more about the bracket on the bracket tab of the website.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And you can, if you want to learn more about us, about Tim and Scott, you can go to the Tim and Scott tab. And if you want to buy stuff, you don't go to the buy stuff tab, you go to the Lentorium tab, the Lenten Emporium.
Yes, thank you. And if you were going to go there, I know we've sold out of some things like the saintly scorecard. I almost said the skankly scorecard. But it's still available in some forms.
Yeah, no, it's you can get it for your Kindle, your Apple book reader device. So it's available electronically. And if you can't get one, that's fine. Just wait till the start of Lent Madness. And we post the information on our website every day, where you can sign up for emails to get Lent Madness delivered right to your inbox.
Wow. So basically, you've heard it here first. Lent Madness is free. It
is free. But, if you want to spend money on holy tchotchkes, which may or may not, like Jesus may... What? What's that?
Oh, funny you ask. It is look at that. It's Martha of Bethany, who's a former 2019 Golden Halo winner. I believe we still have some of her mugs if you feel like, you want to do the dishes.
Yeah, and that's a 10th anniversary commemorative mug, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it sure is. Check that out.
So we have a limited supply of those mugs left, and you can also order this year's Golden Halo winner mug. So I want to get to the viewer questions because one of them's apropos of you holding up a coffee mug. And let's see. The question is... here it is.
Yeah, you got it.
It's from Ray Phillips, and he wants to know, what is the role and the full set of protocols for coffee in Lent Madness?
Yeah, well, first of all, you should know that the spring SEC retreat always takes place at a secure, secret, undisclosed coffee shop location.
It's true. So, and the Supreme Executive Committee always drinks black coffee.
Yes. Single origin, fair trade, black coffee is pretty much
that's the best.
The way to go. So,
and we recommend to improve the the experience of drinking the coffee, that you drink it from a Lent Madness mug. But any mug will do in a pinch.
Yeah, but it is a superior taste and flavor and aroma if you drink it out of a Lent Madness mug. Now, it is true that one member of the Supreme Executive Committee of Lent Madness literally wrote the book about coffee. I just happen to have one right here. Holy Grounds, yes. The surprising connection between coffee and faith, from dancing goats to Satan's drink. So if you're interested in learning more about coffee, it's all there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the deal on coffee. But coffee plays a central role in the governance of Lent Madness.
It absolutely does. We have another question here from MB Divine that was seconded by Kit Carlson. How does the Episcopal Church determine sainthood?
Oh, yeah. So good question. We get that a lot. A couple things. First of all, we follow, in some sense, the New Testament, where holy ones, hagios, are saints. So in the New Testament, saints are just other Christians. So in some sense, everyone is made a saint when they are baptized. But that's sort of the question you're asking, and not really. We also remember some saints in our calendar. On certain days, we remember particular saints for one reason or another. And that is decided at the Episcopal Church's General Convention, which is normally held every 3 years. Lay people go and vote, deacons and priests go and vote, and bishops go and vote. And proposals to add people into our calendar are made at General Convention. And if General Convention says, yes, we should remember St. Dunstan or St. Mark or whoever it is, then they get added to the calendar. And it's about as exciting as watching paint dry to watch church legislation. But if you like watching paint dry, you might enjoy this too.
Yeah, well, so it's about as exciting as your average episode of Monday Madness.
That's exactly right. And you can, if you, we'll put a link in this episode, but if you go and Google Lesser Feasts and Fasts 2018, you can get the current crop of Episcopal saints. You're looking to see if you have one there, and you don't.
I don't.
Anyway, you can get the current crop of Episcopal saints and their little biographies and so forth. Think of it as a poor person's saintly scorecard.
That's yeah, well put. So that's great. We here's another great question, an interesting question from Dr. Sarah Leist, I believe. What kind of treats should I leave for St. Valentine? That is a very timely question. I didn't realize that some people leave treats for St. Valentine, like Santa, like you'd leave the milk and cookies. I don't know, Scott. What do you think?
Well, so a couple things. So first of all, if you're, depending on what church you're part of, if you're in the Episcopal Church, you wouldn't leave treats for St. Valentine because St. Valentine's not in our calendar. You'd be leaving treats on February 14th for St. Cyril and St. Methodius.
Right. So any sort of Slavic food.
Yes, exactly. But if you wanted to leave treats for St. Valentine, ordinarily I would have said candy hearts or chocolates or something. But, oh no, it'll be before Lent this year. So yeah, go ahead and leave the candy hearts and chocolates. Otherwise, you'd need to leave some like desiccated ash scones or something.
Yes, yeah, which sounds particularly tasty. Well, that's great, and perhaps this will spark a new tradition of leaving treats rather out for the saint who was beheaded and stoned and,
right.
and all of that. Yeah.
So we always love to get questions, viewer questions. We especially love it if they come the day we're recording Lent Madness, so that we see them and remember to answer them. But go ahead and if you don't follow Lent Madness on Twitter, please do that at Lent Madness, and you can also find Lent Madness on Facebook. Tell all your friends, and that's another place to ask us questions. And what else we got, Tim? Anything else today?
One final question, and I should say yes, all of these questions came from Twitter. This comes from Dave Borton, who asks, when did you two start liking each other?
Yeah. So I question the premise of the question.
Yeah, and I would say simply that we don't.
No, it's as longtime viewers will recall, um, part of my Lenten penitence every year, my way of taking up my cross is to do Lent Madness and have to put up with my arch nemesis once a week.
That's right. And also, if you are a longtime viewer of Lent Madness, you have our pity and compassion.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we got. I guess next Monday will be the final preseason episode of Monday Madness.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And I hope everyone's getting ready, reading up on the saints, getting your voting finger flexed so you're ready to start voting. Yes, that's exactly it. So, so there's a lot to be doing. But Tim, happy Lent.
Happy Lent.